can I grow faster? How can I live more fully? You are exercising the very faculty that leads to genius. Think of it this way. Every improvement in your life begins as an idea. Every great fortune begins with a thought. If you discipline yourself to think daily, to imagine daily, to ask better questions daily, you will become unstoppable. But let me warn you, imagination, like fire, can serve you or destroy you. If you use it to build excuses, you will stay trapped. If you use it to see only obstacles, you will never move forward. But if you direct it toward solutions, toward opportunities, toward definite goals, then it will lift you higher than you ever thought possible. Let me give you a practice that has transformed lives. Take a clean sheet of paper. Write your most pressing goal or problem at the top. Ask yourself, how can I achieve this? How can I solve this? Then force yourself to write 20 answers. Do not stop until the 20th idea is on the page. You will be amazed by what your imagination gives you when you demand more of it. Now picture yourself doing this exercise daily. Imagine the power you would unleash. Imagine the doors that would open. Imagine the results that would follow. Does this not excite you? It should, because this is the very process used by the men and women who shaped history. Thomas Edison imagined a world with electric light. Henry Ford imagined automobiles for the common man. The Wright brothers imagined human flight when the entire world said it was impossible. They were not guided by facts, because the facts said it could not be done. They were guided by imagination, and that imagination transformed the world. And now, my friend, I turn to you. What is it that you have buried in your heart? What dream lies waiting? Will you dare to bring it out, to nurture it, to give it wings? Facts may discourage you. Facts may whisper that you cannot. But imagination, if you trust it, will roar that you can. Here is the key. Imagination becomes powerful when it is directed toward a burning desire. A weak wish will not awaken your genius. Only a white-hot desire, something you must have, will give your imagination the fuel it needs. Ask yourself now, what do I desire so strongly that I will not rest until it is mine? Stop for a moment and think deeply. If you have no clear goal, your imagination will wander like a horse without reins. But once you fix your mind on a definite aim, your imagination will serve you day and night, delivering ideas, strategies, and opportunities. So I ask again, what do you want most in life? More freedom? More wealth? More purpose? Whatever it is, let imagination be the soil in which that dream grows. And do not wait for the perfect time. Begin now. Begin today. Even a small step fueled by imagination can change the entire course of your destiny. Listen carefully, because this may be the most important sentence you will ever hear. Success begins in the mind, long before it shows up in reality. If you believe this and act upon it, you are already ahead of 90% of the world. Your future, your fortune, your freedom, they all depend on how boldly you will dare to imagine. So I leave you with this challenge. Tonight, before you sleep, write down one goal that stirs your heart. Then imagine it as if it were already true. Feel it, see it, believe it, and tomorrow, take one small action toward it. If you repeat this daily, there is no force on earth that can stop you, because the facts may say it is impossible. But imagination, your imagination, will say otherwise. And it is imagination, not facts, that writes the story of your destiny. And so, as you hold this truth in your mind, that imagination is greater than facts, you begin to see your own power differently. You start to realize that you have been living far below your potential. The facts of your past do not define the possibilities of your future. Think about it. How many times have you allowed facts to stop you? How many times did you say, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough education, I don't have enough time? These are facts, yes, but they are not destiny. Now, here is the secret. Imagination makes facts irrelevant. When you dare to imagine boldly, your mind begins to seek ways to overcome those facts. And when the mind is searching, it always finds. Pause and reflect. Every great achiever was told at some point that the facts were against them. Edison was told he had no intelligence. Ford was told automobiles could never replace the horse. The Wright brothers were laughed at for dreaming of flying machines. Facts stood in their way, but imagination gave them wings. And now I ask you, whose voice will you listen to? The voice of facts whispering that it cannot be done, or the voice of imagination declaring that all things are possible? Remember this, the world does not reward excuses, it rewards results. And results come only to those who imagine a future greater than their present. So here is your challenge. Do not accept the facts of your current situation as permanent. Instead, let your imagination create the vision of a new life. See it, feel it, taste it. When your mind is saturated with that vision, the facts will begin to bend in your favor. You may be thinking, but how do I begin? How do I strengthen this imagination? The answer is simple. You must feed it. Just as the body grows with nourishment, the imagination grows with use. Every day, give your mind problems to solve, goals to reach, questions to answer. Demand more from your brain, and it will respond. Let me give you another practice. Close your eyes and imagine your perfect life. Not the life you think you can have, but the life you truly desire. Where would you live? What kind of work would you do? Who would surround you? What legacy would you leave behind? Now open your eyes and write it down. Do not hold back. Do not shrink your dream to fit your current facts. Expand it to fit your deepest desires. Because the size of your dream determines the size of your destiny. Hook into this thought. Small dreams create small lives. Big dreams create big lives. Which will you choose? Here is the truth. The imagination is like a magnet. Whatever picture you hold in your mind long enough, it begins to attract the people, the resources, and the opportunities you need. The facts may say it's impossible, but the magnet of imagination says it's inevitable. And this is why I tell you, guard your imagination. Protect it from the poison of negative people. Do not allow those who live by facts alone to steal your vision. If they cannot see it, that does not mean it cannot be done. It simply means they are blind to possibility. Think of this. When a farmer plants a seed, the fact is that nothing is visible for a time. The soil looks empty, but the imagination of the farmer assures him that growth is happening beneath the surface. He waters the seed, he nurtures it, he believes in the invisible. And in due time, the harvest comes. Your imagination works in the same way. At first, there may be no evidence. The facts may scream that nothing is happening. But if you keep watering your vision with belief and action, the results will come. So I ask you again, what seed will you plant today in the soil of your imagination? Will you plant fear and doubt? Or will you plant bold visions of success and freedom? The choice is always yours. Here is something you must understand. Imagination is not fantasy. It is not idle daydreaming. True imagination is constructive. It is directed toward goals. It is powered by desire and disciplined by action. Without action, imagination is wasted. But with action, it is unstoppable. Look back through history. Every great leader, every builder of empires, every creator of wealth imagined first, then acted. They did not wait for proof. They did not wait for perfect conditions. They believed in their vision enough to take the first step. And as they moved, the path appeared. So here is your test. Will you dare to act on your imagination? Not next month, not next year today. The smallest step taken in faith is greater than the grandest dream left untried. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. Imagine you begin today with one bold action and you repeat it daily. Where could you be? What could you achieve? Do you see it? That future is waiting for you. But it requires your imagination to guide you and your courage to act. Do not miss this. Facts are passive, imagination is active. Facts sit still, but imagination moves mountains. Facts describe what is, imagination creates what will be. And so, I leave you with a picture. Imagine standing on the shore of possibility. The facts are like heavy stones tied to your feet. They say, you cannot swim, you cannot cross. But imagination is the boat waiting at the dock. Step into it, and suddenly the impossible becomes possible. My friend, the choice is in your hands. You can bow down to the weight of facts, or you can rise up on the wings of imagination. If you choose imagination, there is no limit to what you can create. And now, as you carry this vision of imagination over facts, let me remind you, the greatest battles you will ever fight are not in the outer world, but within your own mind. Facts will rise up like enemies, whispering that you cannot. Imagination will rise up like a champion, declaring that you can. The question is, whom will you believe? Every man and woman is given two voices, one of limitation and one of possibility. The voice of limitation speaks in facts. It says, you don't have enough. You can't go further. This is the way it has always been. The voice of possibility speaks in imagination. It says, you can create more. You can be more. You can do more. Which voice will you allow to dominate your life? Stop and listen carefully. Your future is not shaped by what is happening around you. Your future is shaped by the pictures you hold inside you. If those pictures are small, your life will remain small. But if those pictures are great, your life will expand to meet them. So here is my advice. Dare to dream bigger than you have ever dreamed. If your dream does not scare you, it is not big enough. Facts will never tell you to stretch. Only imagination has the power to pull you into the unknown, into the extraordinary, into the life you are meant to live. Think of this truth. There are no limits except the ones you place on yourself. When you say, I can't, you are accepting facts as final. But when you say, I will, you are commanding your imagination to find a way. And it always will. Now picture this. A man with no money, no education, no connections, but with a burning imagination. He dares to see himself wealthy. He dares to see himself powerful. He dares to see himself free. He holds that vision until it becomes a part of him. He works, he acts, he persists. And one day, the world calls him a success. But the truth is, he was a success long before the world noticed, because he succeeded. First in his imagination. Hook into this. Success is achieved twice. First in the mind, then in reality. If you have not won in your imagination, you will never win in life. So I challenge you. Tonight, take time to build your inner picture of victory. See yourself living the life you desire. Do not ask if it is possible. Do not ask if the facts support it. Ask only, do I believe it enough to imagine it as real? Let me share another secret. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between fact and imagination. It accepts whatever picture you feed it. If you constantly feed it facts of failure, it will create failure. But if you feed it visions of success, it will create success. What are you feeding your mind today? Guard your imagination like a treasure. Feed it with books that inspire, with people who uplift, with environments that challenge you to grow. Starve it of negativity, starve it of fear, starve it of doubt. Because what you allow into your imagination will become the blueprint of your destiny. Think of the men and women who shaped history. They were ordinary people with extraordinary imagination. They refused to let facts define their future. They believed in visions others could not see. They acted on those visions, and they changed the world. And now I look to you. You have the same power. You have the same gift. The only question is, will you use it? Listen closely. Imagination is the engine. Desire is the fuel. Faith is the driver. Action is the road. And persistence is the journey. With these combined, there is nothing you cannot achieve. But here is the danger. Imagination without discipline turns into fantasy. Do not waste your gift on idle wishes. Channel it into definite goals. Back it with faith. Drive it with action. Strengthen it with persistence. Then watch as the universe bends to your vision. I will leave you with this vision. Imagine yourself at the end of your life, looking back. Will you see a trail of excuses? Facts you allowed to stop you? Dreams you abandoned? Or will you see a legacy of courage, of imagination unleashed, of a life fully lived? That picture is being painted now with the choices you make today. Do not wait. Do not delay. Do not let another day pass living only by facts. Rise into the greatness of your imagination. Trust it, believe it, act on it, and you will discover that imagination, indeed, is more powerful than any fact. Because remember this, my friend, facts describe what is, but imagination creates what will be. Facts are the language of the past. Imagination is the voice of the future. Facts are the limits of the ordinary. Imagination is the passport to the extraordinary. Choose imagination. Live by it, and you will write a destiny that the facts alone could never explain.